Look, you've got a number of provisions. We want to make sure that we hold by our commitment that we are not cutting Medicaid. The president has said that, and I've said that. We've all said that. We are strengthening the program for the people who are the most vulnerable populations who really rely upon that. You're talking about the disabled, the elderly, young pregnant women, for example. Those resources won't be available for those people who desperately need it and deserve it if young able-bodied men, for example, are on the program and not working. So we introduced a work requirement on the House side. It's wildly popular with the people because it follows common sense. If you're going to be on the public wagon and you're able, you should try to help pull it. And all we did was put in there, as you all know, a 20-hour work requirement per week, 20 hours. You guys work 80 hours, I'm sure, right? Give me a break. And they're complaining about that. You either have to be working, you have to be looking for a job in a job training program, or volunteering in your community. For heaven's sakes, do something constructive. That is something that everybody nods their head in agreement at a town hall and says, yes, do that. Why didn't we do it already?
Fuck you, Christo-fascist, lying piece of shit, Mike Johnson. I mean, we knew you were a piece of shit from the get-go, but you just lied time and time again in that clip to the American people. That was a bunch of absolute bullshit that you spewed into that microphone and expected us to believe it. Mikey, I know you think you can lie with impunity and that your Fox News base is not going to fact check you, but I will. Let me just quote a little bit here from this piece from CNBC on June 23rd. Proposed federal spending cuts to healthcare in the Republicans' One Big Beautiful Bill Act may increase some families' medical debts as much as $22,800, according to a new report from Third Way, a Washington, D.C. based think tank. Do you have an extra $23,000 to go into debt for healthcare so that Mike Johnson can give a giant tax break to the billionaires? Is that something that you're able to absorb? The Republican budget bill proposes $1.1 trillion in cuts to healthcare. Those cuts target both Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act. Mike Johnson insults your intelligence, your credibility, your tenacity by thinking that you aren't going to bother to go read the Congressional Budget Office report. I mean, I did, and not just because my Senator Ron Wyden wrote to them and asked them to clarify what the cuts would be to Medicaid and the cost to the American people. Thank you, Senator Wyden, and also Congressman Pallone and Congressman Neal for getting clarification from the CBO on this. According to the Congressional Budget Office, 11 million people will lose their health care coverage due to the provisions in the bill passed by the House of Representatives and Mike Johnson. And the Congressional Budget Office says an additional 4 million people will lose their affordable health care coverage because this bill is going to allow for subsidies to expire so that people are not going to be able to afford their ACA coverage. Add to that another almost 1 million people that are going to lose their ACA coverage because of changes that Trump made early